Don't mind me pouring my beverage for the evening. Make sure I don't spill on myself. Hope everybody's doing well. Alright, here we go. There. Yeah. All right. All right, I'm just gonna sit here, hang out, do some crocheting. Hey, friend. How are you? Hello, friends. I hope everybody's doing good tonight, or this evening. I guess it's not quite night yet. Almost. Not quite. Getting there, though. What y'all been up to today? I tried to organize a little bit back here. Hey, how are you? Oh, yeah. Organized a little bit. Went out to lunch with a friend. Came home. Watched some TV. Like, kind of just relaxed this afternoon. And then rushed straight through dinner to get onto this live. I was like, it's almost 7. Gotta go faster. Thanks. I know I was trying to color coordinate better back here in the... So the yarn over here is mostly worsted weight. So it's like normal size yarn. And then the yarn up here is like the bulky weight yarns. So, and then the stuff here is like velvets. And then I had an overabundance of this green. And I was like, that just needs to be in its own spot. Because there is a lot of it. It was from when I was making Baby Yodas. Made a couple very large Baby Yodas. And it used a lot of yarn. So I ended up buying a lot of yarn. And then got tired of making said Baby Yodas. So now it's just sitting back there. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Working, that's not fun. At least hopefully it's almost time for you to clock out of the working. Fingers crossed. What about you, Lene? Did you do anything fun today? Hey, that rhymed. I know it's a Friday. A lot of kids are off for spring break this week. So Prince Edward Island, Canada. Oh my goodness. Welcome. It's so great that there are people from everywhere. I adore this. How's the weather up there in Prince Edward Island? It was sunny here today. Thank goodness, because it rained the past 2 days. We were ready for some sunshine. I'm getting over knee surgery. Oof. Well, I hope you heal quickly. Knee surgery is never fun. You need those things. I should shut my TV off. That is a reflection. There we go. Cold, wet, and very rainy. Snow coming tomorrow. Oh, when does the snow stop where y'all are? We didn't even get any snow here this year. We got no snow, no frozen precipitation at all. Whenever it would get cold enough, there would be no precipitation. And when there was precipitation, it would be in the 50s and 60s. So we didn't get any snow. It's very sad. So Michelle, when does spring start for you guys up there? Making your little Yip Yip right now. Oh, that's awesome. Snow is petering out. Should be the last snowfall of the season. Well, that's good. What does my sweatshirt say? My sweatshirt says, I practice stitchcraft. There's a little yarn ball with a witch's hat on it. And then so my best friend in the whole wide world got this for me for Christmas. And then she had my business name put on the sleeve. So it says little bitty noggins on the sleeve. I'm so glad spring is on the way for you. Spring is in full swing here in North Carolina. We have got pine pollen everywhere. Everything has a slight yellow tint to it. It's dusty. It's gross. It makes my eyes itch. It's not fun. Yes, I love this sweatshirt. It was a surprise. My best friend and I, we don't usually get each other gifts unless we like both see something and we're like, oh, let's use this as our gift. But this year she was like, nope, here, present. I'm over all this snow. I'm from the South and don't care for it one bit. See, I'm originally from the North and I miss it. I miss it so much. Like it breaks my heart when we have winters where we don't have any snow. Because it's so much fun. And I mean, I guess it's different down here than it is up there because we get snow. I'm in North Carolina, central North Carolina, right outside of Raleigh. But we get snow and it's here for like 2 days, 3 days tops usually because we'll get like a small snowstorm and it'll be like 2 inches. And then it melts within a couple of days. So we have the experience of going outside and playing in the snow and sledding and all that fun stuff. And then it's gone and life gets back to normal. And yeah, we haven't had that experience in a couple of years. Hello. It's Luna back there. You're from South Carolina? Awesome. Yep. Neighbors. Well, old time neighbors. Now that you live way up in the Great White North, not so much neighbors. Yeah. So, I don't know how many of y'all have like small kids, but I am currently working on a pattern for a long dog from Bluey. You know, they like hide the long dogs in different like scenes from the show Bluey. I don't have little kids, but I know all about Bluey. Mostly from Facebook groups and stuff like that. I'm from Utah and we have a lot of, yes, Utah gets a lot of snow. A lot. So I'm working on creating a pattern right now for the long dog. And I was like, if I make this, I could like hide it in different spots on my lives and be like, can y'all find the long dog? Make it a game and see if you guys can find it. I thought it was funny. Oh, so I'm like, cute. It's a nice day here in Missouri. We didn't have much snow this past winter. I'm from New York and missed the snow they had this. Currently I was gonna put this little like succulent pot together on the live tonight. Just sit here and attach pieces and sew stuff together while hanging out. Yeah. So we'll do that. Go this way. So yeah, I made a little basket for this, and then there's this top is going to get sewn on to the top of the basket, and these little green shoots are just going to get tied onto the green. Let me see here. So yeah, it's been, other than the massive pine pollen everywhere, spring's been nice here. Lots of pretty flowers, and in our neighborhood we have a lot of oh gosh, what are they? Bradford pear trees. And apparently they are not good, like they're not supposed to be here, and like they mix with other fruit trees and make other fruit trees like barren. It's weird. But they smell awful. They are the stinkiest trees I've ever smelled in my life. I'll never ever get a Bradford pear. And apparently North Carolina has this thing where if you cut down a Bradford pear from your property, they will give you a free tree that is native to North Carolina, because the Bradford pear is not native. It's interesting. Yeah, they smell so bad, and we have them all over our neighborhood. And the thing is they're very they break easily under like ice or snow, or if there's like winds, if we get high winds, the branches, not just the branches, but like the big thick, like the bigger branches break really easily and cause a lot of damage. So not only are they stinky trees, yes, the Bradford pear, they are not native to North Carolina, but they're everywhere because they spread like crazy. All right, attach this last little bit here. Oh. Yep, it's not fun. All right. I think I might make a couple more of the little curlies. The little curly cues. I remember how I made them. All right, I think it was a chain and then 2 single crochet into each chain. Or is it 3? 1, 2. 2 single crochet. Yip yip. What up, Cheryl? How are you doing? All right, let me get my green yarn out. I've used so much green yarn in the past month, making all of the St. Patrick's Day videos and stuff. I'm so glad you guys love the Yip Yips. What did you think of the new video for the chapstick holder? Oh my gosh, I had so much fun making it. The eyes are a pain in the hiney though. What up, Grumpy Taco? How are you? My mom loves, that's awesome. You said yep, and I thought of you. You're gonna make it next. Awesome. Okay, good. I'm so glad you guys like it. I was like, I hope everyone loves it. All right, green yarn. Grab this over here. All right. I like your name, Grumpy Taco. It's funny. All right. I've gotta come up with my next pattern other than this long dog. I have a couple others that I've written out. And I'm kinda, you've made 3 Yip Yips so far. Making, what are you making now? Right now I'm putting together something that I've already crocheted, So I made a cute little like yarn pot, and I am making a couple more of these little curly plant looking bits. All right. Nice talking to you. And then I'm gonna sew the brown part that's supposed to look like dirt into the little plant pot. That is what I'm making right now. So currently I am just chaining the length that I need in order to make another one of the little curly plant parts. My mom just made a gummy bear. Oh, yay! I'm so glad. I hope the pattern was easy for her to understand and she was able to just make it really quickly and easily. That's awesome. Try to make my patterns as easy to understand as possible for friends, whether they're beginners or intermediate or expert crocheters. I'm glad to hear it. The only part that gave me trouble, and I'm sure y'all saw this in the video of the new Yip Yip, were the eyeballs. Those decreases at the end to close up the eyes were, I had to use the table as leverage to like get the yarn needle through the eyeball. It's like, this is this is fun. She's making a mushroom poppet. That's awesome. Those are fun to make. I'm waiting on morning to make those eyes. Yes, absolutely. The eyes are very challenging because the hook is so small and the yarn is a worsted yarn. I do wonder, it's difficult. I'm new, but she is not. Well, welcome. Crocheting is so much fun. So I know you said your mom crochets, but do you crochet also, Grumpy? Or is she teaching you how to crochet? Oh my God, your yarn collection is to die for. That's only part of it. So I've got this stuff here, and then that goes to the wall there. And then over on this wall over here, let me see. I have to lower my lighting umbrella real quick. Hold on a second. I'm making a mess. All right, there's that. So let me see if I can get y'all to go this way. There's a whole wall of like yarn skeins that I've worked like halfway or part of the way through, and I've wound into cakes, and I put a pegboard on my wall, and there are pegs on there that are holding the cakes of yarn to the wall, so I'm able to see all of the yarn that I have, and it's, yeah, it's a lot. I am new, but you learn, Grumpy. It's worth it. It is absolutely worth it. I love how organized you have it. Oh, it's my favorite. Like, this room is my favorite room in my house because it's color coordinated, and I am not, but I do support the LGBTQ community. But I have a husband. It's a lot, but very well organized. Yes, it is a lot, but it is very well organized. I used to keep my yarn in bins, but now I was like, I kept rebuying yarn and just rebuying yarn and rebuying yarn because I wouldn't. Oh no, you're fine, hun. No worries. Because I didn't see what I had in the bins, I would end up rebuying yarn that I already had. And it got to the point where I was just like, I have to be able to see what I have in order to use it. So, hence the office covered in yarn. My hubby loves to organize my yarn. I wouldn't say I'm OCD because there's yarn everywhere. Like there's yarn on this couch that I've got over here. There's yarn on the floor in baskets. Um, but I do like to try to color coordinate what I've got going, what I do have. Oh, I appreciate that, Allie. Thank you so much. Yes, so they are metal pegs that have two prongs and they go into the pegboard and they just stick out and you shove the yarn onto it and it just stays there. I'm making twine style plarn from grocery bags, so my poor living room is just covered in strips of plastic from the process. I know that process. I know that process of sitting there and flattening the bags to like with the creases and then laying them on top of each other and then folding them and folding them and folding them and then cutting them. And then you have to sit there and slip stitch them, not even slip stitch, like slip knot them all together and then wind them into balls. It's a lot. Hey, how you doing, Kanchan? It is a really great idea. There's a lady in my neighborhood who makes she makes these mats out of the plastic yarn, and she donates them to homeless shelters because they're very cushy when you've crocheted them. I live in the United States in North Carolina. So you know our names. Can we? Yes, my name is Amy. Sorry, y'all. I'm Amy. I am from the Raleigh area of North Carolina, and I have been crocheting for 25 years. Hi, Michelle. I'm doing good, Kenchan. I've just been hanging out today. Went to lunch with my friend. Australia, holy smokes, that's far away. It's the whole other side of the world. What time is it there right now? It's 7 p.m. or 7:24 p.m. here in North Carolina, Eastern Standard Time. I always love to ask people what time it is where they're at. I feel like it's probably like 7 a.m. over there. Very early in the morning. How's the weather in Australia, right? It's a good question. 8:25. Yep. 10:24 a.m. All right. So you're in tomorrow time. Hi, Amy. I made my first Yip Yip today. Thank you for the awesome. Oh, you are so welcome, Karen. I'm so glad you love it. Definitely try to make the other Yip Yip as well. It's super fun and it's awesome. You can put it on your keychain or backpack or wherever to hold your chapstick or lip balm, or you can put a lighter in there. You could put just like, if you make it a little longer, you could hold any kind of thing. Kind of cold, kind of warm. So there in Australia, y'all are heading into autumn now, right? Because y'all are the opposite of us. What color is your hip tip? Yip Yip. What color is your Yip Yip? Karen, what color is your Yip Yip? Oh, what did I do with it? I don't think I brought it up. I made, my name is Tilly. Hello, Tilly. Green, mint green, and teal. Nice. Allie is my mom's name. Got you. All right, Tilly. Have you made the Yip Yips with those googly eyes? I ordered a lot and not sure what to do with them. I haven't. Are you talking about like the finger rings that have the two little eyeballs on them? I've seen people making their Yip Yips with those. But I'm not sure. I mean, I suppose you could just like single crochet them onto like the, I would need to look at it because I don't think putting them on the top row and stitching them in would work. You'd probably have to go down a couple of rows from where you started, or not where you started, but before you finish off. Like, do I have a Yip Yip around me? I literally had one. All right, I'm just gonna have to wing it on this. So in your last, like when you're making the mouth part, like the part that goes up, 3 rows from the top, depending on how big the ring part is, you could probably stitch it in there and then just like kind of secure it as you go along. Or you could sew them in. That's probably even smarter. Instead of sitting there, instead of trying to figure out how to crochet them in. It's by the Blue Dog. Oh, I think I missed something. What kind of music do I listen to? Okay, so I listen to a lot of different kinds of music. I listen to mostly 90s and early 2000s boy bands and pop. But I also love classic rock, like The Doors, Pink Floyd. You know, my heart is back in the 70s. And you know, for a while I listened to country music. But yeah, I'm pretty flexible. I think the only type of music that I'm not like super into is death metal. You are looking for Yip Yip. It's by the Blue Dog. The Blue Dog? Like, where's the Blue Dog? Oh, the Blue Dog. Got you. The hidden dog got my brain not working. I do have kids. I have 2 daughters. A 16-year-old and an 11-year-old. And they keep me busy. All right. Let me see here. Do we need... All right. What was I doing? My train of thought just derailed. Who am I kidding? I don't have a train of thought. There it is. I was like, where did the end go? Trying to find. Yeah, she pulled it back around, didn't she? The long dog. Do you like Harry Potter? I love the world of Harry Potter. I do not like the author who created Harry Potter. But being able to separate the author from the creation is something that I've had to learn to do for that situation. I will not buy any Harry Potter merch because I don't like what J.K. Rowling stands for, but that's just me. But I love the story of Harry Potter. And I consider myself a Ravenclaw if we're gonna talk about Harry Potter houses. I do want to ask y'all a question. Okay, so I saw this on TikTok. Okay, so I'm gonna ask y'all a question, and it's going to determine. All right, it was nice to talk to you, Tilly. Maybe I'll see you on another live. So you come to gaming stories. You come to a locked door. You have to get through the locked door. How do you get through the locked door? What steps do you take to get through the locked door? If you like magic fantasy, Tamra Pierce has a whole book about string fiber art. Oh, that's awesome. That is really awesome. I'm gonna put that in my I have a notepad that I keep up, so I can write down things that my friends tell me about in my lives, and then I'm able to go back and take a look at them afterwards. All right, I'm gonna grab my keyboard here. Tamora. Circle of Magic. Oh, I love that. Pierce. Holler at my husband who's an engineer. So what do y'all do if you come to a locked, you show up at a locked door, but you got to get through the door? How do you get through the door? That's the question. So holler at my husband. So you're going to ask for help. Unlock it. All right. All right. So is that like along the lines of you're going to look for a key to unlock it? Because you don't have the key. You're at this door. Try the credit card trick. Wiggle it in the frame. Okay. All right. I'll give y'all a couple more minutes because this is fun. Used to use it on my parents' houses, and I forgot my key. Right? I've done that to my own house. Do I have a set of skills? Okay. Possibly. Are you thinking about picking that lock? Look under the mat for a key. Okay. Try the screwdriver trick. All right. All right. Okay. So the way this is, all right. So if you chose to use force to get through the locked door, like kicking the door down, that kind of thing, that means that you're a Gryffindor. If you tried to pick the lock, whether it was with a lock pick kit or with a credit card jimmying the door open, you're a Slytherin. If you looked for a key, you are a Ravenclaw. And if you decided you were going to knock on the door, then you're a Hufflepuff. I was like, okay, Ravenclaw all day. So we've got look under the mat for a key. So Cheryl, you would be in my camp as a Ravenclaw because I looked for a key too. The screwdriver trick or the credit card, I feel like y'all would probably be Slytherin. Knocking on the door, obviously Hufflepuff. Slither. Not sure what to do with that. Right? But yeah, I thought that was cute. I saw it on TikTok the other day. My friend was like, you need to take this test. It was just one simple question. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to find out what house my husband is in. So I asked him the question, and his immediate answer was unlock the door. And I was like, what do you mean unlock the door? The door is locked. You do not have a key. So you did not say I did not have a key. And I was like, I turned and I looked at him and I was like, you're a muggle. That's what you are. Twinsies. Oh my gosh. Embracing the slither. Get you, girl. So yeah, it was a cute little test to find out what house you were in. Oh, welcome back, Grumpy Taco. How are you? Did you go see some other lives? There's all kinds of people on lives. All right. That's cute. I think I want to add more though. I want it to be fuller. My mom finished the mushroom. Yay! That's awesome. Your mom's fast. Just a quick crocheter. Hello, Molly. Welcome to the live. I hope you're doing well tonight. You're just sitting here crocheting away. At least I am. What up, Fair Phelan? Good to see you. I bet the mushroom is cute. I bet it is too. Did she put little eyes on it? I love anything with eyeballs. I almost thought about putting eyes on this little... That is not the right hook. I tried the H hook. It did not work. Oh, I'm so glad you like it. I'm so glad. It was definitely a fun video to make, and I'm very excited about it. I just like that it's multi-purpose, multifaceted. People need to be checked at the door now to see if they're a slitherer. She puts eyes on everything. Nice. Little eyes and a mouth. Makes it super cute. You know how... No, I have to get glow in the dark, right? There's a link in the description down below. Not in this video, but in the other video. It's so much fun to play with, though. I was working... Do I have it? It was over here. It's not here anymore. I need to prepare better for these things. I had started to make a pattern. It started to make a pattern for a little glow bug, like a firefly. And I used glow in the dark yarn for his little booty. But yeah. I never finished it. But I literally just yesterday saw it and I was like, oh, I need to finish this. It's gonna drive me crazy now. Hold on. Oh, okay. Oh, there's the Yip Yip that I finished. He's so cute. I thought it was in that basket. Not in that basket. I have too many baskets. That would be awesome if it would to put LEDs in there. Yes. Oh my gosh. Red. Like, look at how bright it is. That's what gets me. It's so bright. Big old eyeballs. It looks like tie-dye. I think that's why I like it so much. It's really bothering me that I don't know where that thing went. Oh well. Oh, I'll look for it and I'll have it the next time we do a live. And I can show it off then. All right, back to my job. I am super excited. So the chair that I'm sitting in isn't the comfiest chair in the whole wide world. So I decided that I was going to get a new chair. And I looked on Amazon. And it very specifically was like, okay, I need a chair that I can sit crisscross applesauce in because that's how I like to sit. And I can't sit like that in this chair at all. So I have in the next, like, said between April 2nd and April 4th that my new chair was going to be coming in. I'm so ready. It's got a 4-inch, like, thick padded seat. I'm like, that's going to be so nice because the one I'm sitting on does not feel like that it is, it's like, it'll be nice to have a chair that's cozy to sit in. Got 6 things finished today. Oh, that's awesome. It's the best. That's one thing I wanted to talk to y'all about too. A friend of mine who also has ADHD, she was like, y'all, you need to check out this website. And I have recommended this website to, I used to have a wicker bowl chair. I used to have one of those, like a papasan chair. Let me see here. So the website, I think they have apps and stuff too, but it's called goblin.tools. I'm so glad you like my videos. I appreciate you so much. Goblin.tools. Oh, thanks. Appreciate you. So what you do is you type in, hey, you won't respond on Insta. I asked you for a pink. I didn't see your request. That is weird. Hold on. Instagram is a goober sometimes. All right, there's my notifications. Let me see here. Virginia. Got one request. Littlekin. Nope, that's not it. I don't have anything on here. Yeah, I got nothing. What's up?
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's fine. Okay. That was my husband. He's like, everything okay? Everything's fine. Just can't find the things. Yeah, I don't have anything in here for you, Virginia. I'm so sorry. Instagram is finicky sometimes. I can try to find you on there. Can I have a shout out? Of course. What up, Grumpy Taco? Thank you for being awesome. Oh, well, tell your mom I said hi. All right, let me see here. Virginia. Matsuka. My mom is so happy. That's adorable. Matuszak. All right, let's see. Okay, it says I can't set. That's weird. Copy. We're going to do a quick search for you on Instagram. See if I can't find you. Paste. No results found. Are you on Facebook by any chance, Virginia? Maybe, maybe not. Because yeah, I've got nothing. Unless is your name different on it's okay, I'll double check. Okay. Just let me know. If Instagram can be so weird sometimes. But yeah, just if you're on Facebook, sometimes Facebook's a little bit easier. It's, oh my gosh, your Pop-Tarts are so cute. Oh, thanks, Michelle. They're fun. What is my favorite pattern? That's a tough one. That my mom. Oh, your mom wants to know what my favorite pattern is. I don't really have a favorite pattern per se. I like things that work up quickly. I have very little patience. So if it takes too long to create, I tend to get tired of it and put it down. So I like small things. Like I make little dolls or things like that. Like and share this live cast to draw attention, you guys. Please, y'all are precious. Thank you so much. I never self promote. It's nice. I like mushroom. What am I making right now? Right now I am making these little green spirally guys here to go on this plant topper that I've got. So I have a little basket that I made, and then I've got this little plant topper here that's going to get stitched onto the basket. And I'm making a few more little green curly cues to go on it to fill it out a little. Michelle, you're awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yeah, so what I was saying earlier, this website, the goblin.tools, exactly, right? I kill all the plants. Like, I so badly want to be a plant mom. It doesn't work. I have the blackest thumb. It does not work. So I just have to make my plants. Goblin.tools, y'all. You type in to this thing, I need to clean my room, right? And it breaks it down step by step for you. I need to film a YouTube video for my crochet channel. It breaks it down step by step for you. It's amazing. If you have a hard time keeping your brain focused on the things that you're supposed to do, this is the best. Thank you so much. Yeah, I kill all the plants, guys. All of them. So I just crochet my own plants and then I can't kill them. And for the succulent video, well, hold on, is the string of turtles video that I have on my what's it called, on my YouTube page, the video for it. My brain's not working. How much for a pink cow or mushroom if you have one? We would have to talk about that. Usually stuffies and plushies run around, like, depending on the amount of work that goes into them, it can be anywhere between like $25 to $45, again depending on the amount of work and the amount of stuff that is used. I work at a grocery store up here and a lady gave me a dragon fruit plant we sell. So far it's hanging in there. That can change quickly. A dragon fruit plant? That's awesome. Hi, happy Good Friday and Easter. What are we making today? I just logged on. True Blue toy review. All right, I'm gonna put that in my little in my list here. True Blue toy review. All right. Today I am making some of these little curly cues to go into the top of this. So I've got just like a brown circle here, and I've got these little green guys shooting out of it, and it's gonna get sewn into this little pot here. All right. Yeah, crochet is not, it's not cheap. But if it's depending on size, again, if we did a smaller one, it wouldn't be as expensive because less product is used or less yarn is used, less time is taken. But for the larger ones, yeah. All right, let's see here. The brown box on top shelf, pink meat, looks like a smiley face. The brown, it does, right? up there. My daughter said the same thing. She was like, Mom, like she came in here and she was watching like one of my last lives and she was like, Mom, the little brown box up there, it looks like it's smiling at everybody. Like it does. I want to make a huge turtle. Girl, me too. But I can only imagine how much yarn that would take. Or if you're using like the really big fat yarn, the amount of arm strength it would take to wield the hook. Like this is probably the hook size that you would need to use, either that or that. And the arm strength you would have to be able to do that. I'm going to make a massive dinosaur. Oh, that's going to be awesome. Please be sure to post that somewhere and tag me because I want to see it when it's done. My husband was like, you should make something really big. And I was like, I don't know if I want to do that. That's a lot. One, it's a lot of work. And two, that's a lot of yarn. And the big yarn, it ain't cheap. It's expensive. So yeah, oof. A lot. All right. Oh, it's getting dark. I've been waiting all week to ask about the Yip Yip tutorial. On each round, when you're further up on its body, do I slip stitch into each round? Or no, it is a continuous spiral the entire way up. There is no chain one. There's no slip stitch, chain one, nothing. The whole body part is one continuous round. Like it does not, there's no going up rounds. The only time you're going to chain one and turn or chain one or do anything is when you start working in rows back and forth. Oh, that's exciting. My Impkins book will be here on Monday. Oh my gosh, you have to show me some of the things you make from it. I want to see it so bad. I made a gigantic dragon years ago and we auctioned it off for our children's charity hospital here. Wow, that's phenomenal. That is amazing. I love hearing about that. Like people doing good with their art. It makes me happy. It's so nice. It is awesome. I love your vid so much. If you sub, it will make... I will check it out for sure. Let me see here. All right. It was on sale on Amazon and I missed it. Man. I have quite a few books. Over this away, don't mind my mess. That shelf that you see right there is just about all crochet books. I have lots and lots and lots of them. Your channel is it is. So I started my channel back in April. So April 2023. I put up a few videos and then summer hit and I kind of just like let go. I was like, I don't want it right now. And then once, I guess it was October, and you know, you don't really want to crochet in the summertime because yarn's hot. Hands are sweaty because it's warm. And, you know, I was just like, I'm going to take the summer off. It'll be fine. October hit, and then I put up the little glow-in-the-dark ghosty pattern that I made, and then put up a few more patterns along the way. And it's okay. There are kids on here all the time. Yeah, we don't judge. So yeah, once, you know, the holidays hit, I was kind of like, yes, let's go. Let's make videos. And I got my setup better. Like everything was just, it all fell into place. And, you know, as soon as Christmas and Hanukkah and New Year's and then Valentine's Day and St. Patrick's Day, and then within the past like 3 weeks, the channel's kind of blown up. And it's completely like mind-blowing for me. I'm like, what is happening? I I have one dog. Her name is Luna. I'll probably end up jumping off of the live around 9:30 because she needs her WALKIES. I am a crocheter. I can't knit to save my life. Oh my goodness, Crosby, that's awesome. 13 and you teach crochet. That's so good. I'm not bragging. I just make small octopus. When I go to the bank, I take my bag and I give out my, oh, that's so sweet. Dude, using crochet to make people's day is the best. Oh my goodness, a Kelpie corgi. So cute. Frankie, that's a good name. Yeah, I can't knit to save my life. I've tried all the things so many times. It just does not, my brain doesn't work. Someone had mentioned in a previous live when I said that, they said I need to look up learning how to crochet or learning how to knit from a crocheter's perspective or point of view. And I was like, maybe that would help. His name is Frankenstein, but it's because he has a little bit of everything. Oh, he's a little mutt. Luna's a mutt too. I love, like, around Valentine's Day, I carried a little pouch full of hearts that I had crocheted and just gave them to people. It's like, here you go, a little bit of love, a little bit of love. And I did the same thing at St. Patrick's Day. I made little shamrocks. And it just, people make, you know, it makes people happy. It makes their day. And a little bit of joy is a great thing to spread. For sure. And I knit on a knitting. All right. Oh my God. When I found you, it was your 1,000th. I know, it's grown so much. It's crazy. The other night, so I specifically stayed up until I hit 1,982 because that was the year that I was born. And I was like, I have to be awake. I have to be awake for my birth year in my subscriber numbers. And then the following morning I woke up and I was at 2012 and I was like, I slept through 2000. Straight slept through it. I was like, well, so much for a 2000 live. I guess it'll just have to wait till 2500 or 3000. Oh, but yeah, it's been a whirlwind for sure, being able to see more people and talk to more people and reach more people. I think that's my favorite part, is just being able to, you know, have people make the things that I've made. And when people tag me on Instagram and Facebook and all of that stuff, just, you know, them being like, look what I made. Yep. All right, let's see. Victoria, you made a cat? That's awesome. I've been making hearts and stuffing them with dollar store fabric sheets. Works great. Oh, that's smart. Little like room refreshers or car refreshers. All right, I'm sorry, I'm having to scroll back because I was talking too much and not reading. Sorry, guys. All right, there we go. It's so great to see so many youth crocheting. It warms my heart to see them. Right? Me too. And one dolly. That's awesome. So you have about 170 subscribers now. It just takes time. You just got to keep pushing videos out and, you know, just continue. I actually just made a baby blanket for the librarian at my school and she loved it. Oh, good. Right now I'm winding yarns into cones and having fun. Sweet. That sounds like fun. I need to wind some yarn here soon in the next few days because I've got some skeins that are just like kind of floppy, and being able to wind them into cakes is so much easier than having to deal with the knots that happen from a center pull skein of yarn. Y'all have a good night. It was great catching a live. Gonna have some pie and ooh, that sounds good. Enjoy that for me. And I will see you next time, Michelle. Me and my sis is gonna start a channel. Nice. Do y'all know what you want to do for your channel? Crashing? I don't know what that means. Crocheting. Okay, I was like, crashing? Like cars? I'm so confused. All right, a crocheting YouTube channel. Nice. That's how you pronounce skein. Skein. Yeah, I learned from books and I always thought it was skein. Yeah, see, I thought it was skein too until another person that I was talking with was like, yeah, a skein of yarn. And I was like, that's how that's how that's pronounced. Skein. Who'd have thought, right? Oh boy, oh boy. I'm gonna need to get up and grab some polyfill here soon. All right, couple more stitches. Here we go. Making dog treats. Oh, that's cool. That's super fun. All right, let's see here. We've got, I'm going to go. All right, Victoria, it was good talking to you. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good night. So I see 17 friends up in here currently. Welcome to everybody. Did I miss something? Okay, crocheting with Silverwood. Sorry, I completely spaced out on your comment. I don't know if it just went by too quickly. Hey, Silverwolf, welcome to the live. Thank you for hanging out. I am doing well. I hope you are as well. I am currently crocheting little green curly cues to go on the top of this plant here. How dope dog treats. That's awesome that you're trying to start a shop. My thoughts exactly. That's good. I'm working on making a horse for the very first time, and it's taking me a long time to do it. Just be patient with yourself. Depending on the stitches that you're using, welcome back, Virginia, and how large the horse is, it can take time. I don't know if y'all saw it in my most recent video when I was making the eyes. I was like, just have patience. Just have patience. I wasn't just telling y'all to have patience with yourself. I was trying to tell myself to have patience with me. Like, the hands are gonna work. Just be patient with them. It cracks me up. What would you recommend for a beginner crocheter? I would recommend you work on the basic stitches. Making sure you have your foundation set, and like you know how to do the chain stitch, you know how to do the single crochet, know how, like, just make sure you have all of those main stitches situated and are good with them. Then work on making something with those stitches, but practice doing your basic stitches, because that is the foundation of anything that is made with crochet. Let's see here. Crocheting Knitting Kids is my channel, and I posted a facial scrubby tutorial, and it took me quite some time to realize that I wasn't recording first. It happens. Do you start with, you can start with squares. I would start with like making a chain. if you know how to make a chain. Hey, Susan, welcome. All right, Grumpy Taco, I will see you next time. Have a good rest of your night. I'm still spinning my twine plarn LMAO. It's spun into 2-ply rope. It takes forever because each piece of bag only goes half as far. But when I'm done, I'm going to crochet it into a market bag. That's an awesome idea. Coffee cups. All right. So yeah, you can start with like, so in order to make a granny square, you have to know how to chain and you have to know how to double crochet. That's why I say you should start with your base stitches. Make sure you know how to chain stitch, because if you're making something like a blanket or something like a dishcloth, that's how you're going to start it, unless you do like a foundation single crochet row the bottom. Moss stitch is beautiful. And then work on your single crochets, your half doubles, your doubles, your trebles. Once you have all of your stitches situated and ready, then you can start making granny squares. You can start making all sorts of stuff because you have that foundation set and ready for you. So that's my recommendation. Get to know how you hold your yarn. I'm so happy you found me too. I hated granny squares. Once you make one, you make more, and then you have to stitch them all together. Yes, that's how that works. I don't know if y'all have tried the new granny stitch, like the granny square yarn that Red Heart and Yarnspirations put out together. Whew. It was an exercise in frustration making those granny squares with that yarn, because the color changes are like pre-changed, like the colors are already like predestined for their spot. Oh, I did a video on it, like, does it actually save time? And I don't think it does. Weaving in ends and changing colors would have taken me less time than undoing all of the stitches that I had to do and then doing them either tighter or looser depending on how it landed. It's exactly, if your tension is off just the slightest bit, it just throws the whole thing out of whack, and you're just sitting there undoing rows of work that you've done to either tighten up your tension or to loosen up your tension depending on how much yarn you have left. It's hard crocheting. I thought it was easy when I actually did it. It was the first time, but you get used to it. Yep. It just takes time and practice. I need to turn a bit of light on in this place. All right. Let me see here. There we go. That's a little bit better. Position that on my computer screen so it's not. Hey. It got dark out, so the natural light coming from my window is not coming from my window anymore. All right. I'm still bad, but I'm getting better. It takes practice. Just like anything else, you're never good the first time you try it. All right, I could do that one. Yep, lots and lots of practice. That's all I can say. Practice those stitches and just keep rolling with it. Practice makes progress. So parents and teachers used to tell me practice makes perfect, but nothing's perfect. And while you can strive for perfection, practice makes progress, because the more you do it, the better you get. I've been crocheting a long while off and on, and I still end up frogging so much. It is a process. Yes, I was told it takes 1,000 times to make something either perfect or imperfect. Exactly. It's not what you can make, it's what you can fix. Truth. That is not incorrect. That is a good phrase. It's not what you can make, it's what you can fix. I like that. I've not heard that saying, but I like it a lot. But yeah, practice makes progress, guys. Fun times. All right. Embrace the imperfect, because and there, I think I brought this up in my last live, but there is a Native American saying that when you make something, you should always leave it imperfect. Because if you make something perfect, a part of your soul gets stuck in it. And I like my soul whole. I don't have a set day that I stream, but I do post in my community channel when I do plan on streaming. Usually it's the morning of that I'll be like, hey, I'm going to go live at this time. But recently Mondays and Fridays seem to be when I'm able to get on to do things. Because yeah, it's just when I've got a little bit of free time. The middle of the week is a little hectic for us. But Mondays, my younger daughter goes to dance class. And hello, Debbie. Welcome. Imperfect does give it character. That's right. That is correct. But yeah, so usually Mondays, sometimes Fridays. And I need to go in 30. I'm going surfing. Oh, that's, where do you live, Grumpy Taco? Wait, were you on West Coast? I can't remember. So I was like, it's dark here. But if it's the West Coast, then it's like dinner time over there. Or like depending on where you are, it could be. It does sound fun. I would bust. He said, oh, you're in Australia. So it's morning-ish. Morning/afternoon. Yeah, it's 11. Yeah, so it's tomorrow where you are. You're living in the future. So awesome, Grumpy. The beaches are amazing. I've never been to Australia. I've never been out of the United States except to go to like Canada, but that doesn't count. You are in the future. Straight up. It's Friday here. In the Navy, and she's in Guam. It always throws me off when we have a chance to talk, right? I bet you're good at surfing. So if I move, that means in one day in America where you live, then I live. Yes. Yes. Yep. So it is Saturday morning where you're at, and it is Friday night here. Fun times. All right, I'm going to attach. I just made 3 of these little curly thingies that I need to attach to the top real quick. Have you ever seen the tulip stitch? That one's a new one for me. Easter is tomorrow for us. Yep. We have 2 more sleeps for Easter. The tulip stitch. have seen that. I did not know it was called a tulip stitch, though. That's beautiful. I'm working on a queen-size blanket for Christmas, and it works up so fast. Nice. I have been crocheting for 25 years. So I started crocheting when I was 16. And like off and on through my 20s. And then it really picked up when I had my older daughter when I was 25. It is a long time. Yep. It is a long time. We don't say crikey a lot. I didn't figure you did. I thought that was just a oh gosh. Who is the crocodile hunter? I thought that was just something that he said. Can you try to speak in an Australian accent? I would need to listen to it first. I'm actually pretty good. Yes, Steve Irwin. Thank you. I was like the crocodile guy. I'm actually really good at, I wouldn't say impersonating, but like taking on an accent and being able to use it. But I have to hear it first. So yeah, he did. It was really sad. I was very sad when that happened. Bye. Bye a stingray. Okay. I was like, is he saying bye? Or because that bye is like, I'm gonna buy something. But yeah, a stingray got him right in the heart. It's sad. But yeah, I love an accent. And my husband's very worried. So we are going to be traveling to Ireland coming up soon. And he's like, Amy, please don't try to impersonate their accents because they're just going to think you're making fun of them. And it's like, it's not my fault. I'll watch something on TV like Bridgerton or something with people who have accents, and it just automatically pops out of my mouth. It's just how my brain works. That's why I hate stingrays. Well, I don't hate them, but I mean, I'm not a fan of stingrays. I wouldn't want to get close to a stingray. They have some in our aquarium, like that's nearby. I guess not nearby, but like at the beach. I need to go. I love you. No problem. Thank you for being here. And hopefully I will see you next time I'm live. It was definitely fun talking to you, Lene. Thanks for hanging. We sound exactly like you guys. All right. That was my husband. The only time I heard an accent tonight is when you said the word husband and you sounded, it was, yeah, sometimes it'll just jump out. So I'm originally from Massachusetts. I lived there the first half, like 16 years of my life. Oh, well, have fun. Please feel free to message me later. Have fun on your date night. But yeah, so my accent is like a mishmash of up there and down here. And sometimes it comes out more when I'm around people who have a heavier accent. We are playing video games. What wicked cool. Yes, it's wicked. What video game are you playing? Just real quick. I'm sorry. She might have. I have a kayak and a stingray, so I'm swim under you. So you jumped in. It had no stinger. Nice. Yeah, wicked cool. So I'm not from, or yeah, Western Massachusetts. Comment if you like Zelda and Zelda series. Family from Maine. Nice. I have family that live in Maine also. I have some family that live in York, Maine. And try trying to remember the other family where they live. I can't remember the name of the town. But we have a family home on Swans Island, which is a tiny little island off of the coast. It is gorgeous up there. Have you heard of Zell? Mm-mm. New York too, yeah. Zelda, of course we've heard of Zelda. North Salt Lake. Nice. Oh, this is so much fun. I love meeting and interacting with new people and like people I've interacted with previously as well. It's just so much fun. Oh my gosh, you have. I'm so happy. Who hasn't heard of Zelda? Like, I played Zelda when I was a very young child on the original Nintendo. Dating myself. Right? I've crocheted Link before. And my husband loves Zelda. I am new. It's one of my favorite games. It's so good. Oh, hey, Care Bear. Welcome. I don't know if I saw you earlier. I think you may have just jumped in. I always felt bad for the chickens. Link harasses them, right? I am making the little green not flowery parts, but leafy bits to go on this. So I made a pot and I'm gonna sew the pot or the brown part to the pot. I'm just making a little plant that I can't kill. Nice. I've been here before. I remember you being here before, but I didn't know if you just jumped into the live just recently. I remember your name, Care Bear Crochets, because I was like, I love the Care Bears. Nostalgia for the win. Did she liked her Yip Yip, right? She loved it. Very cool. I can't even grow. Girl, I kill everything that comes into this house. It's very sad. I try so hard to keep things alive. It just doesn't work. I haven't gave it to her yet. Easter's okay, so it's an Easter present. Somebody had said that they were making them for like their kid. They have like adult children, and they were making some for their kids and for their grandkids, and they were going to take the Cadbury eggs, like the big Cadbury cream eggs, and put them in the Yip Yip. And I was like, that's so smart. I've seen Care Bears, but I'm born in 2013. Aw, my younger daughter was born in 2012. She said, no, I've been devastated. Oh, Daniel, I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, you don't want that. You absolutely don't want that. I'm so sorry that she said no. It's all right. It's going to be okay. It does still hurt, but, you know, time and just take care of yourself. Let me see here. Right, so the Cadbury cream eggs inside of the Yip Yip, I think, would be a cool thing. Yeah. Let's see here. All right, guys. Do I need my name is only there because that's what my mom calls it. Oh, she calls you Care Bear. I love that. I went to the gym and did better than usual. So that's there you go. You take all those feelings and then put them towards something that is attainable. My sis is the biggest fan of you. She loves your videos and loves watching them. Thank you. Live, laugh, love. Live, love, laugh. Superimpose the words. Love that your mama calls you Care Bear. The nicknames for kids. We've got Evie Bean and then Ella Bell are my babies. My babies. All right, do I need more green? What do y'all think? Do I need more little curly bits? Oh, smile on that's so smart. Put some eyeballs on it. It looks like hair. If I put a face on it, it's gonna look like it has hair. It's just gonna be green hair hanging off of this. A few more in the center. All right, cool. We could do that. It's gonna be like all right, we'll do a few more. So I started my live 30 minutes earlier than I normally do. I usually start at 7:30 Eastern. And I started at 7 tonight because I wanted to stay on longer with y'all. And if you've been in my lives previously, right around 9:30, my dog decides it's time for her WALKIES. And oh, okay, Care Bear. No worries. I will see you next time, hopefully, and have a great evening. If it's evening where you are. Bye. Honestly, the spiral shapes might be cute. They are. I've done that before. Use the little spirals as hair for dollies. My dad's almost here to pick me up to go surfing, so I might have to go soon. No worries, Shug. No worries. I think you would call the green bits tendrils. Yes, they are tendrils. You kept calling them bits, huh? Do we need more green bits? Because the ones, are they over here? I don't know where they are. Oh, these guys, for the string of turtles, I call them vines because they look like viney. And these ones, I think tendrils works very well for them. Thank you, Miss Karen. Again, I don't take care of plants. If you can't tell. When you say grumpy, it makes me sound like I am angry. Well, should I call you Taco? Because, I mean, grumpy Taco. Oh, Luna's over here dreaming. So Taco. That's what we're going to call you, Taco, from now on. I can call me Taco? Or GT. Ooh, GT's good. GT. I like GT, but we'll call him. He has asked us to call him. Okay, so GT is good. We can do GT. All right. Sounds like a plan. Oh, I was in the middle of saying something, so I need to go. Bye. Bye. We'll see you next time, GT. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, Luna, my dog, at 9:30, she can tell time, I swear. Yep, get. GT, rock and roll. Just found you on YouTube. Do you have a Facebook or Insta group page? I don't have a group page, but I am on Facebook and on Instagram as Little Bitty Noggins. So if you want to share things with me, or usually sending messages works. Sometimes it doesn't, though. Instagram can be a little weird. But you can find me on Instagram and on Facebook. There are links, like direct links, in all of the descriptions of my videos, on where you can find me. So those are there. What was that? There was a weird sound behind me. So yeah, all the things. I try to put all of the information that's needed in the descriptions of my videos. Come on. But yeah, Lou can tell time, I swear. 9:30 hits and she's like, starts fussing. Like, all right, gotta cut the live, guys. But I jumped on early tonight so we can hang out longer. She's taking a nap right now. Silly puppy. All right. That looks long enough. And now we single crochet up it. So I know Easter is on Sunday. All right, Emily's, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. It was great talking to you. I'll see you next time. Does anybody have any special plans for this weekend? No, Easter's coming. We usually go over to my husband's parents' house and do an Easter egg hunt over there for the kids. But this year, my husband's brother just got a new house, and so we're going over to his house to do the Easter egg hunt instead. So that'll be fun. Be a good time. Is anybody seeing family this week or this weekend? Nice. That's good. Do y'all have any special traditions for Easter or spring? I don't even. Some people don't celebrate Easter. Nope. Do Easter egg hunts. Girls get baskets from the Easter Bunny. Oh, hush. Girl, you got an hour. You need to chill out. Boo's over here fussing like a goober. Luna. No, not really much except for eating eggs Benedict every year. All right. Sounds delicious. Really? This dog. Luna's bark actually makes a cameo in my most recent video. She barks in the middle of it. The most viciousest puppy. All right, let's add these little green parts here. Tree hugging hippie vegan, so nothing but big crocheted eggs. Done that before. To the center. Come on. Oh, Lord. There's that one. Where's its buddy? All right, there we go. I think I'm going to need to make one more. All right. I think I need one more right here. There's a little bald spot right there. How many of these am I going to have to make? All right, here we go. All right, what are y'all's favorite stitches? I know someone had said the tulip stitch was their favorite earlier. I'm trying to think what my favorite stitch is. Single crochet is very versatile. That's fun. Linen stitch and the jasmine stitch. Ooh, those are pretty. Puff stitches are awesome. They use so much yarn though. It's just like wrap back in. It's a lot. Cables like front and back posts are fun to create that, like the look for a cable, like you would in knitting. It's awesome. The tulip stitch is really pretty. I'm gonna have to look into that one. I made a little bag that looked like a lemon. It was Nastasia posted it in the summertime. I think it was in the summertime. Yeah, it was in the summertime because it was right around my birthday. It looked like a lemon. Well, it looked like a strawberry, but I turned it into a lemon by using a yellow yarn. Star stitch is really pretty too. Fair Isle. Yes. It looks so much like knit. I think I used that for the Bernie Sanders dolly. When I made his mittens, used the Fair Isle stitch for that. I'll put that back over there. All right. Back to it. After this one, I'm going to go and grab the giant box of fiber fill that's behind me so I can, that it would be really pretty for hats. There's a a picture in front of me. I googled Fair Isle crochet stitch, and there's a hat that just, I adore it. It's got like the little star, and then I can't even describe it. It's just so pretty. That might be something to try out. We are heading, it is ombre, yes. It like starts with like a reddish brown up here and then works its way to green and then to blue there. Should look for Fair Isle ombre hat tutorial. I'm going to, because it's beautiful. You made that. Like you've made one like that, or that's yours. It's so pretty. It's 3 different yarns. The Fair Isle crochet along. All right, cool. Yes, I made one like that. Okay, awesome. I'm gonna have to try that out. I've got time. Just sit here and be like, I'm experimenting. I love making hats. 100 minutes in. Faux show. That's how it is right now. We're just hanging out. Crocheting the evening away. And I kind of love it. All right, so this is going to be my last little curly cue. I'm going to attach it, and then I'm going to stuff the little pot and sew the top on. I've been here the whole time. Crosby, you're the best. All right, I keep calling you Crosby. Is that your name, or do you have, is that, it's probably just your screen name, unless it's your last name. But what can I call you instead of Crosby? All right, here we go. I appreciate you. Okay, your name is Crosby. Awesome. All right. Put that on there. Slip that in here. All right. That looks way fuller and way better. Middle name, you can call me that too. Okay, cool. Yes. It is very green. There is a little bit of brown left on there, but that's okay. We want it to be able to be seen because it's dirt. All right, I'm going to run over here just for a moment. You can see the box right there. Oh, good Lord. Biggest box of fiber fill ever. It is pretty fun. You can make lots of stuff with it too. So you should learn, Daniel. You don't got to, but it's fun. I enjoy it. It helps with anxiety. Well, it helps me with my anxiety. There are a lot of tutorials, right? I have a shirt. I wore it on my last live. It says, I crochet so I don't unravel. I think I might, some free time opened up. You should. There are lots of tutorials on YouTube. I've got a few basic stitch tutorials. I've got all kinds of stuff. You just got to get a hook, some yarn, and then take it from there. It's funny, I had a person comment on one of my videos. Yes, see? I crochet so I don't unravel. She always thought she was weird the way she crocheted. And her comment was basically like, I started watching your video and I had to stop the video for a second because I realized that you crochet the same way that I do. Like, you hold your hook the same way, you hold your yarn and your work the same way. And she was like, I always thought I was weird. Let's see here. I crochet so I don't kill people, right? Hey, Deshawn. Welcome to the live. Time to sit down and think is dangerous. Sometimes it is, depending on situations. All right, let's see here. Where has my yarn needle gone? Constantly losing things. I lost my H hook. Could not find this thing anywhere. Looked for like 15-20 minutes trying to find this hook. I moved a skein of yarn off of my desk and it was underneath it. Like, really? My desk isn't that messy. Like, it's not messy really at all. It's just a little cluttered. But I think I have disappeared. Are they in there? Did I drop them in there? No. Oh, there they are. Reach. And dropped it. Trusty yarn needle. All right. So for this part, we're gonna take the brown yarn here. I need a GPS for hooks and girl, same. They just disappear. I swear, it's like they put on an invisibility cloak and they're just like gone, completely gone. It's ridiculous. All right, so we're placing this on the pot. So if you wanted to, if you didn't want it to be like bulgy on the bottom, you could cut a piece of cardboard to set in the bottom on the inside. The sock gremlin, dude, I swear there's one that lives in my dryer. It takes one of my socks, like one of each pair. And I'm a little bit weird about my socks. Like, I don't like my socks not to match. A little strange that way. But I can never find matching socks. And my daughters, they're the complete opposite. They will wear whatever on their feet. They don't have to match. They don't have to do anything. So they don't have an issue with it. But I'm like, I need my socks to match. So they don't care. Oh, that sock gremlin needs to quit coming to my house. And so does the crochet hook. So sorry, but I have to go. Bye. Bye, Crosby. I'll see you next time. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. All right. Let's see here. crocheting. Try to finish this up. So now I'm just like sewing the brown part onto the pink part. As evenly as possible. All right. About halfway done. Nope. Quarter of the way done. Alrighty. So do y'all have any questions about crochet? Or anything that, if you have questions about one of the videos that I've posted, or anything like that, or any questions for me, please feel free to ask them in the chat. It's a quiet night tonight. It's all right though. I'm enjoying myself. Something to do. All right. Just about finished. It's good because I'm running out of yarn. I'm straight plain yarn chicken right now. It's the worst part, playing yarn chicken. Oh my gosh. Okay. There we go. I'm just thankful to find someone who doesn't do blankets. I don't do blankets ever. I've made 3 big blankets in the 25 years that I've been crocheting, and I've made 4 baby blankets. I lose interest in large projects very easily. So yeah, you do not have to worry about me ever sitting here making a blanket. Like ever. It is not a thing. All right. Slide that in there. Come on. There we go. Squish it around a bit, cut that tail off. Oh my god. It's so pretty. Yeah, bling bling. All right, we did it. It's done. The tendrils are done. The project is done. Hooray. All right. So there's that. Now what to do? what should I make? I don't know what to make. I think I might just grab the, I was working on this last time. Oh. So I've been working on this. It's just a mindless, it's a like half of a hexagon cardigan. I've been working on it for months. Big project, and I lose interest. But if I want to do something mindless, I'll pick it up and just crochet a couple of rows or rounds and then put it down and not touch it for a couple of months and then pick it up, do a couple of rounds. So someday I want to make a fish tank with crochet fish, and ooh, that sounds like fun. So you just have a fish tank and then have little crocheted fish hanging from like fishing lines. You can't see it. You could also put like crocheted coral and crocheted like seaweed. That would be so cool. That's so smart. And I'm sure it would be beautiful. Like all the different color yarns, you could make so many different color fish. And all of the different texture yarns. Like you could use blanket yarn for certain things. You could use it, just there's so many options. There's so many options. All right, there we go. Now I've got to figure out where I was and what I was doing. This way? Not that way. The struggle is real. There we go. All right, this way. Trying to make the green stuff. Okay, nice. So you're gonna make like the seaweed and or like kelp kind of thing. Like, have you looked at pictures and stuff? Crochet seascape. That's not what I wanted. You made corals. Nice. There are so many cute little things you could put in there. I think there was, locally to me, there was like someone crocheted an aquarium. I think it was art at some place. Hold on. I'm going to see if I can find it. Oh, sorry about that. Crochet aquarium. There it was. It was at the aquarium at Pine Knoll Shores, which is on the coast of North Carolina. They did a satellite reef. So it was a crochet coral reef project. And people just made crocheted things and then brought them in and they attached them to this gorgeous thing. And it was displayed at the, where is it? All right, so the satellite reef was at the North Carolina Museum of Art, which is in Raleigh. When was this? I don't remember when it was. Yeah. But there's like an octopus on there. There's a bunch of starfish. It's beautiful. Luna, you're okay. It's so pretty. So cool. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. I love seeing crochet artists come together and make big projects. It's always neat to see. Let me see here. All right, what? Let's see here. All right. So yeah, I am working on a pattern. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I've got those guys up there, those guys behind me, and then I have a whole wall of caked like half skeins and partial skeins that are up on pegboards on the wall. I've been working on it for months. It takes a long time to make those things. It takes a long, long time to make large projects. But at least what's nice is it's not the same thing over and over and over and over again like you would with a blanket. It's smaller, more intricate pieces that you can finish really quickly, and then you just accrue them and then put them together. So it's nicer that it's a big project. Hold on, ready? Let me see if I can do the turn. So that's all the yarn. I have a wall over here. But yeah, these are like the full skeins. Over here is worsted. This is all like worsted weight yarn. And then the stuff over here is the bulky weight yarn and Chanel yarn and blanket yarn. And then there's velvet yarns here. Yeah, there's a lot of yarn. Luna, you're okay. Yes, I try to keep my yarn organized so I can see it. Because if I can't see it, it's not there. And if it's not there, it's not going to get used. And then it's kind of a waste if it's not going to get used. But it doesn't stop me from buying more yarn. That's how I roll. If there is yarn in a store and it's pretty, I'm probably going to get it. Don't know what I'm going to make with it, but I'll make something. So do y'all just crochet also? Or do you knit? Or do you do other fiber activities? I know we've had someone who spins in here, and we've had someone who has a weaving loom in here. I myself, I crochet, but I also spin. I spin yarn with a drop spindle. I haven't done it in a while, but I am able to. But I can't knit to save my life. So you crochet, Susan? What about you, Darcy? Do you do anything other than crochet? I knit, sew, and machine embroidery. That's awesome. I would love to get an embroidery machine. They are pricey. They are very pricey. I have up here 2 sewing machines, and I have a serger right there. And then in the closet over there, I have a knitting machine, one of those Centro crank knitting machines. I've used it once. And then I was like, this eats yarn. I think I'm just going to stick to crochet. So, Karen, what do you make with your embroidery machine? Do you just do like little appliques, or do you do, I know there are some people who make these really cute little patches um, that like say stuff, and you can either iron them on or stitch them on or glue them on to crochet items. I have a serger. I need to learn how to use it. I have the Centro machine too. Yeah, the Centro machine, I was like, this is awesome. I can make hats so quickly. And then I'm sitting there cranking it, and the yarn in my hand is just like disappearing, and it's not getting much bigger. And I'm like, oh, Lord. I mean, it would be a good way to use up extra yarn for sure. Um, but yeah, I make coffee cozies. Like I crochet them. And there is a lady on Facebook that sells little patches that you can buy to put onto your coffee cozies and stuff like that. Like to make bags. This week I made cute bunnies for Easter embroidered with the kids' names. Oh, that's awesome. Love that. Personalization is fun. All right. Patches are cute too. I haven't made many of those. All right. Thank you for posting the Yip Yip tutorials. I'm having fun making them. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, Tie-Dye and Dawn. I appreciate the subscribe, and I'm so glad you like the patterns. That is awesome. And when you finish them, please make sure to take a picture and tag me either on Instagram or Facebook. I would love to see your makes. That's one of my favorite things about putting patterns out, is seeing the things that people make from them. Makes me so happy. It's the best. All right. Just a crochet. Thank you so much. So Tie-Dye and Dawn, do you only crochet, or do you knit, or do other fiber fun stuff? Because your name says Fiber Arts. I'm like, what else does she do? Granny square blanket. It's going to be a hexagon cardigan, but it basically looks like a granny square blanket right now. It's just something that I can pick up and mindlessly do and then put down and not have to touch. I remember that I have it's an H hook, so it's when I'm trying to do other things but also crochet. So far so good. Yeah. Someday it'll be a cardigan, but for now it's just this awkward shaped blob. Thank you, Christian. It's very sweet. But yeah, someday it'll be a cardigan. I don't know when, but I've been working on it for months now. I went and bought the yarn for it, and I was like, all right, knit, crochet, tie-dye fabric, and starting to dye yarn. Just finished a granny square blanket and shawl. Lots of beanies. Nice. I love making hats. Hats are so much fun. And tie-dye is so much fun. We did a tie-dye project with my niece and nephews and my two daughters for, I think it was one of the girls' birthdays. And I went and got like the big pack of tie-dye colors, and we all made t-shirts and stuff. It was so much fun. So much fun. And I remembered from back when I went to camp as a kid how to do the spiral twist up for the t-shirt, and it came out perfectly. I was so excited. But that's awesome that you're learning or you're starting to dye yarn. Hand-dyed yarn is gorgeous and it's so much fun. Have you thought about dyeing like roving? Like not quite raw wool, but like wool for people to spin? That might be something if you haven't yet. Well, hello again, Gaming Stores. Welcome back. We keep bumping into each other. Just keep bumping into each other. But it's always nice to see you. Yes, that's what happens. So are you just like, I think I've got a big bug on the outside of my window over here. So there's a window right there. And I think there's a large bug, maybe a moth or something, that keeps hitting the screen. Yes, I did cotton yarn and just bought some wool yarn. I have a bunch of wool and a drop spindle. Nice! I have, hold on, it's literally right here. I have a drop spindle too. I had like 4 of them, but this one's my favorite one. It's so pretty on the top. It's like I'm gonna hypnotize y'all with it. But I love spinning. I've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 skeins of yarn that I made myself out of roving that I had purchased from a fiber festival that I went to. And it's so relaxing. It's so relaxing until like I had a hard time with the plying of the yarn. So after you've spun your first like amount of single ply yarn, you have to double ply it, and that can get a little bit tricky. But it's so much fun. Can you show them, please? Yeah, sure. One moment. They're hanging on my wall. There's a couple of them. All right. So I pulled down like 5. All right. So some of them are, I think this one was a blue-faced Leicester wool. And it's got a little bit of a shimmer in there as well. It's super pretty. I got this as roving and then spun it up myself and then plied it. It's so pretty, like pastels. And then this is my second favorite. The colors are much deeper and they're not quite as like, it's not shiny like the other one, but I loved how deep the colors were. And then I've got this one, which is more pastel, and there's a bunch of glittery shimmer in there, which is super pretty. And then there's this one, which is more like purples and blues, a little bit of pinks in there. And then this one was just like blues and purples. It's a little more rough. It was a rougher wool to work with. You can actually still kind of feel the lanolin in it. It's a little bit. But there is a farm that's near me that sells their dyed roving. And now my brain is not thinking about what the farm is called. If it pops into my head, I'll shout it out. But Hillside Farms. They have some of the prettiest roving that I've seen. And I love it. All right. Yeah, nope. All right. So yeah, I've dabbled in spinning my own yarn, and I've never made anything. Well, I made one thing. I made my aunt, my dad's oldest sister, um, a shawl out of yarn that I made myself, like spun myself, crocheted it up, and then I was thinking of blending in colored scraps of acrylic yarn into what I can make into row logs. That might be something. Um, I don't know. I've not ever mixed like fibers myself. Um, but you could always try. Can't hurt to try, right? But let me know how it goes, because yeah, that's fun. My father-in-law, he turns wood, so he has a lathe at his house, and he has made me crochet hooks, like handles for crochet hooks. He made me a yarn bowl that's it's over here. Hold on. Oh, he made this for me. He like filled the little holes with brass that he got. He went to like a hardware store and went up to their key, the guy who cuts the keys and stuff, and asked him for his like the brass scraps from cutting the keys. And he uses that and like epoxy resin to fill in any holes in there. He does some beautiful work. Like is this Poppy 2012 and then or 2015, and then it's a dogwood. He puts the type of wood that he made it from. I was thinking, okay, like Carl, Mr. Tie-Dye always says, I wonder what would happen if I did, right? Do it and you might be amazed. Absolutely. Yeah, I love this yarn bowl, is one of my favorite things. We are a bunch of, I wouldn't say artists, but we are creatives. There you go. We are creatives. Let's see. Once again, hello. I left and found again. I just keep coming back. Have you subscribed yet? Maybe it's a sign. You never know. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you that you need to take up crochet. You never know. All right. So yeah, I'm just hanging out, sitting here. I've got, like, what else can I show off here? I've got hooks. Everybody's got hooks if they're crocheter. This is my go-to, my like this is for my larger skeins of yarn or balls of yarn. This one's a little bit like it's tight on the top, so the ball has to be a certain size to fit in there and be able to roll around. So if I have a larger ball of yarn, I use this guy. And it's by an artist called Muddy Heart. And it was a gift from a family that I used to nanny for. It was my Christmas present from them. It was fun. All right. Luna, it's all right, Pumpkin. We're getting there, all right, baby? She's over there. Just working on the second Yip Yip eye. I made a Cyclops model to use from a different. That is amazing. I love that so much. So are you making a second regular sized Yip Yip, or are you making the mini chapstick or lip balm holder Yip Yip. Because those eyeballs for those Yip Yips, the littler ones with the smaller hook, it took a lot of patience to get through those eyeballs. I was gonna record both eyes being made, but I got to the beginning of the second row for the second eye, and I was like, I have got to do this off camera because I was almost cussing. So that's why there's that weird cut right after I finished the first eyeball. Because I was like, I can't do this. I can't do this one on camera. But at least this one, the rows are counted correctly in the pattern directions up top. I can't tell you how many comments I answered about where'd row 6 go? I was like, that was me. I did that. I miscounted my rows. DK. There you go. Yeah. If it was, I think, so because I used the worsted weight glow in the dark yarn, it was much more difficult than if I had used a smaller size yarn. I think it would have been a game changer. But I wanted it to glow in the dark. I had to have it. But yeah, I love the lip balm size. You just hook that to your backpack or your, like, anywhere. You just put it on your keys and you've got your lip balm on you all the time. And I mean, for those people who are smokers, you could stick a lighter in there. You're good. We do suffer for our art. That is true. Hey, Natalia, welcome back. Welcome back, my dear. Thank you for coming back. I finished the little plant guy that I was making earlier. I'll show it off real quick. It's so cute. Good times, good times. 5th day smoke-free. Congratulations, that's amazing. I know that is one of the hardest things, and I am very proud of you for quitting smoking and choosing a healthier life. That's amazing. I made one to hold my phone. Sweet. That is awesome. I'm actually working on a pattern for one that can hold your phone. I know you've already done it. But yeah. I was thinking about maybe going a different direction with a different Muppet for that. We'll have to see though. I love me some Muppets. And Sesame Street characters, all those guys. Jim Henson was a genius. All right. Continuing on with this round. I don't know how much more of this I'm gonna need to do to finish this off. Like, so it lays like this. I actually think that it might be time to finish this one off. It is the hexagon granny hexagon cardigan. This is the first half of it. And I think after this round, it might be time to start working on the second half. This is a little chunky. I think it might be time. Oh yeah, we'll finish this round up and then move on to the next side. I just started this round, didn't I? Yeah. I'm 2 and a squeak sides into this one. And this is how much yarn I have left, but I also have... I think the universe is trying to tell you to take up crochet. I have another skein of this yarn right there. So that's the one that I'm going to be using for the second half and to do the rest of the bits and pieces for the hexagon cardigan. What was that bling on my computer? Nope, I don't want to listen to that. All right. Instagram on the computer is very different than Instagram in the app. All right, well, maybe here? Nope. Alrighty. Cool. All right. Lou's being quiet right now, so that's nice. Maybe she'll let me crochet for a little while longer. She's my alarm clock. I still have about half of the ends to weave in on the connecting rows for my granny square mail with Lucas yarn. Nice. That's the one part. Oh my gosh, 120 squares. One of the largest projects I ever made was a gift for my husband, and it was a granny square blanket. It was pixel art of a Mario mushroom, and it was 256 squares. They were solid though, so it wasn't like multicolored squares where each one had like 4 different color changes and all that. They were solid squares, but there were 256 of them. And it took forever. He loves it. It's in his office, which is kind of like Mario themed. And it's great. But it took so long, and then stitching all of the squares together to create the blanket itself. Never again. Never, ever again. I don't do blankets very often. I've made a larger blanket for my older daughter, a blanket for my husband. I made a blanket for myself because I had these giant skeins of yarn, and I was like, I want to make myself a blanket. So I made myself an 8-pointed star blanket. And I've made a couple of baby blankets, one for each of my daughters and a couple for some friends. But that, I don't usually do blankets. I don't like big projects. I lose interest, and then it just ends up sitting there in the UFO pile, and it doesn't get done. So I just don't. The biggest blanket I made was a king size corner to corner for yourself. See, I feel like if it's for you or someone that's like close to you, well, for me at least, I'm more likely to get it finished. But if someone were to, be like, hey, can you make me a blanket? I'm going to be like, no, nope. I have seen so many crocheted blankets in like Goodwills and thrift stores that people are just like, just give it away because they don't want it anymore. And it's like someone's heart and soul literally went into that blanket. they are done so fast. I love small projects. Like if you look at all of the videos that I do for YouTube, they are small projects that are easy to make, that are quick to work up, because that's what I enjoy, and I hope that's what other people enjoy also. It is very sad. Like there's so many blankets that have just been discarded, and I I can't bring myself to, make something and put my heart and soul into it and then have it end up just given away to a thrift shop. See, I know that that's not going to happen if I give them to my husband or to my daughters. I did a shawl while procrastinating on weaving and ends on the blanket. Yup. They're like, I can't anymore. Shove that to the side. This is the reason I sell scrunchies instead of plushies. See, I've found, I actually had a friend of mine comment on an Instagram photo that I had put up, and it was, I make these little dolls. You saw, I'm sure y'all have seen the Deadpool video that I've got on my YouTube channel. But I make other superheroes as well. And she had commissioned me to make a Captain America doll for her son like 6 or 7 years ago. And she commented on a photo that I have on my Instagram, and she was like, this little guy, or one just like him, is still like, has a special spot on my 12-year-old son's bed. So this kid has had this little creature that I created. He's had it for 6 years and he still loves it, and it's still with him. And that's one of my favorite things, is finding, going back to places where I've sold stuff and having people come back and be like, I still have the thing that I bought from you like 5 years ago, 4 years ago. And it makes me so happy to know that the things that I've created are going to people who, who love them and who appreciate them. And I mean, creating scrunchies is awesome because everyone needs something to tie their hair back, and they're beautiful. And I mean, I love making plushies. Do you crochet? I do crochet. I am literally sitting here with crochet in my lap. I stopped so I could talk. I have a YouTube channel. That's why I'm here. Little Bitty Noggins is my YouTube channel. I have tutorials up there, all kinds of stuff. I love crocheting too. It's one of my favorite things to do. My daughter wants me to make her the abominable snowman. That is phenomenal. My name says crochet because I love it. Crocheting besties. Yes, ma'am. So the name of my YouTube channel actually comes from when my oldest daughter, who is 16, she was little when when I picked crocheting back up again, and I started making hats for her. Like I made this adorable little teddy bear hat for her with little ties around her little chin. And I was like, I'm actually pretty good at this. Maybe I can, maybe I can sell them. And I was like, well, I make hats for Little Bitty Noggins. And so that's where Little Bitty Noggins came from. Thank you so much, Trey. Yes, I hit 2,000. I think it was 2 nights ago. I slept through it. It happened in the middle of the night. I don't get carpal tunnel, thank goodness. Make sure to do a lot of stretches on my wrists and on my hands and on my fingers. I do find that sometimes my pinkies cramp up a little bit, but I sit there and I massage my hands a lot just to make sure that things stay loose and I'm able to do the things that I need to do. Thank you so much, Crocheting Besties. You're the best. I appreciate the subscribe. It's awesome. Let me see here. Boop, boop, doo. All right. So back to it. My name is Samantha. Okay, thanks. Good to know. I'm Amy. I am Amy. And I love crochet also. Let's see here. All right. Lou's still chilling out, so that's good. She may have lost track of time tonight. Quite possibly. Alrighty. What stitch are you doing? I am doing a double crochet stitch. It is in the, it's kind of like a granny square. So it's 3 double crochets in each of these little holes here. I'm not doing a chain in between because the pattern doesn't call for it. But if you're doing a granny square, you usually do a chain in between each group and then 2 chains in the corner. This pattern calls for 1 chain in the corner and no chains in between. So yeah, I'm making the granny hexagon cardigan. And I'm just about done with the first half of it. It has only taken me months to do. But I don't usually do a lot of big projects. I stick to the little stuff. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the hearts. All right, I think I'm probably going to head off the live. I've been on for 2 hours and 37 minutes. So I think we'll give it a good 3 more minutes or so. Can I do a tutorial for the granny hexagon? I don't see why not. It's a pretty basic pattern. It takes so long. So it would be a very long tutorial. But I can show basics and stuff like that for sure. That would be fun. A lot of the stuff that I try to make in my videos is stuff that you can get done pretty quickly. Because I like little projects, things that work up fast and things that if you do like pop-up markets and stuff like that, things that sell well. Happy I found you. Got to take my pup. That's what I'm going to be doing. All right, Dawn, well, you have a great night. Do a short saying how to do the stitch in the corners or something. It's a good idea. Oh, you got to take the fur kids out too. All right, y'all. I think we might just call it here if that's everybody's got to take their dogs out. All right. Well, it was wonderful talking to all of y'all. Thank you so much for being here. Y'all are the best. And I will see you next time. All right. Bye, guys.